Hey guys, Vernon and Croy here from DocSports.com for Saturday, October 25th, 2025. Going to get to the Croy's NHL report here in just a moment. First of all, give the video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button below as we do several free pick videos for you every single day right here on the Doc Sports YouTube channel. Now, Doc Sports has been around for 53 years. I've been doing this professionally for the last 26 years. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button right now. Now, before we get to the Croy's NHL report, I want to let you know that I do have 3 top NHL plays going here Saturday, including my 5-unit NHL play, 4-unit NHL play, 4-unit NHL play. Get the picks right here exclusively at DocSports.com. I'm currently 5-2, good for over $1,000 in profits with my top NHL plays rated 5 units or higher. Get the picks right here exclusively at DocSports.com. I also have a 4-unit college football play going here Saturday. Make sure that you get that as well. And I also have 4 top NFL plays remaining. We did cash my 5-unit Thursday night football play. We also cashed my 6-unit NBA play last night. I will have another top NBA play going here Saturday. Get the picks right here exclusively at DocSports.com. Sunday in the NFL, I actually have a 7-unit NFL play, a 5-unit NFL play, and a 4-unit NFL play. Then I have you covered on Monday Night Football with my 6th-unit NFL play. We're currently 22-13 on the NFL season, good for over $4,000 in profit. Get the picks right here exclusively at DocSports.com. Now let's get to your NHL report for Saturday, October 25th, 2025. And your first matchup is between the New York Islanders at the Philadelphia Flyers. This is a red-hot Islanders team. They have won 4 straight games against Edmonton, Ottawa, San Jose, and Detroit. Philadelphia comes into this game off a 1-goal loss at Ottawa. I feel this is a nice bounce-back spot for them. I look for them to end the Islanders' winning streak. So we're taking the Flyers on the money line, minus 110 over the New York Islanders. Your next matchup is between, I can't touch that, I have a premium play, the Anaheim Ducks at the Tampa Bay Lightning. We're currently seeing 93% of the money coming in on Anaheim. Anaheim's not for real. There is plenty of value with them here. Tampa Bay is the superior team. Anaheim is coming off a win against Boston. Obviously, most people know that. I had Boston in that game. That was very tough to watch. Boston had the worst defensive letdowns there was. It wasn't the goaltender's fault at all. Anaheim comes into this game off that victory against Boston, putting up 7 goals in that victory, including an empty netter. They did allow 5 goals against Boston. Boston could have easily put up more in that game too. They had plenty of opportunities, including a nice breakaway. Just didn't capitalize on it. This is a Tampa Bay team that comes into this game hungry. They have dropped 4 straight games, including their last game against Chicago. I actually gave you Chicago in that game. Before that, they lost at Columbus 2-3. Every game they've lost during that 4-game losing streak was by just 1 goal. I look for Tampa to put up a big number against Anaheim here today. So we're taking the Tampa Bay Lightning on the puck line, minus 1.5, plus 130 over the Anaheim Ducks. Your next matchup is between the Utah Mammoth at the Minnesota Wild. We're currently seeing Minnesota. Well, the line opened to favor Minnesota minus 136, since dropped. I do agree with that drop. I think Utah is the better overall team here. Utah's been playing some pretty good hockey to start the season. 6-2 overall. They've covered the puck line in 5 of their 8 games. Utah's coming off a nice victory against St. Louis at St. Louis, a 3-goal victory. They put up 7 goals in that victory. They've won 5 straight coming into this game. Minnesota's struggled. They've won just 1 game in their last 5 games overall. Their last game was against the Devils. They lost that game by 3 goals. I feel like this is a very tough spot for Minnesota, and because it is their first home game after a long 5-game road trip, we're taking the Utah Mammoth. We can get them plus 100 over the Minnesota Wild. Your next matchup is between the St. Louis Blues at the Detroit Red Wings. Currently, we're seeing St. Louis favored on the road against Detroit, minus 115. Detroit's playing some very good hockey to start the season. I've been actually very impressed with this team. St. Louis shouldn't be favored in this game, I don't think. I have not been impressed with St. Louis this season. They have dropped 2 straight games. 1-goal loss against Los Angeles at home, and then a 3-goal loss against Utah at home. Before that, they beat Dallas 3-1. Then they had that 5-goal loss against Chicago, and I actually gave you Chicago in that match. Detroit is coming off back-to-back losses, a 2-goal loss at Buffalo, and then a 5-goal loss against the Islanders. However, before that, they did win 5 straight games against what I consider quality teams: Edmonton, Tampa Bay, Florida, and they beat Toronto twice in a home-and-home. I like Detroit a lot at home here. We're going to take the Detroit Red Wings on the money line, plus 100 over the St. Louis Blues. Your next matchup, can't touch that, I have a premium play there, is between the Columbus Blue Jackets at the Pittsburgh Penguins. We're currently seeing Pittsburgh favored minus 120. Rightfully so, I believe. Pittsburgh is coming off a nice victory at Florida. I actually gave you Pittsburgh in that victory as a nice underdog. They won that game 5-3. Pittsburgh's put up 5 goals in their last 2 games in each of those 2 games. 5-1 victory against Vancouver before beating Florida, and that was at home in Pittsburgh. Now they head home again to face the Columbus Blue Jackets. I think we're getting a really short line with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has won 4 straight games. Columbus is coming off a blowout loss at home against Washington, a 4-goal loss. Before that, they went on the road and beat a very good Dallas team 5-1. And before that, they beat Tampa Bay at home in Columbus 3-2. Pittsburgh is the better overall team. I look for Pittsburgh to get it done at home. We're taking the Pittsburgh Penguins on the money line, minus 120 over the Columbus Blue Jackets. Your next matchup is between the Ottawa Senators at the Washington Capitals. Ottawa's a nice little underdog here, plus 110. I think it's a tough spot for Washington. Ottawa has been playing fairly good hockey lately. On the injury front, though, let me pop that up. Yeah, obviously they're missing their top player still. Brady Tkachuk underwent surgery, so he's not in, but Ottawa has been playing some pretty good hockey. They are coming off a 2-1 victory against Philadelphia. Before that, they lost by 1 goal in overtime against a very good Edmonton team. Before that, they lost by 1 goal against the Islanders. And before that, they beat Seattle 4-3 in overtime. Washington, they're coming off back-to-back victories, outscoring their opponents 9-2 over those 2 games against Seattle and at Columbus. I still like the value with Ottawa. I feel like Ottawa's the better overall team here. So we're going to take the Ottawa Senators plus 110 over the Washington Capitals. Your next matchup is in Vancouver, so the Montreal Canadiens against Vancouver Canucks. We're currently seeing Vancouver minus 115 against Montreal. Montreal's probably the better overall team, I think, at this point in the season. However, this game is in Vancouver. Vancouver's only had 2 home games so far this season. They've had a rough schedule. They are coming off back-to-back losses against Pittsburgh and at Nashville. They lost at Nashville by just 1 goal. I think some home cooking will do them good. I do like the Vancouver Canucks here. I do like the goaltending for them as well. We're taking the Vancouver Canucks on the money line, minus 115 over the Montreal Canadiens. Your next matchup is between the Los Angeles Kings at the Nashville Predators. I don't even have to think twice about this one. Los Angeles is the superior team. We're getting a low money line with them here. We're looking at minus 125. We can get them. We're taking the Los Angeles Kings on the money line, minus 125 over the Nashville Predators. Your next matchup is between the Carolina Hurricanes against the Dallas Stars. This line opened to favor Dallas fairly heavily in this, minus 125. It's since dropped to minus 110. Carolina is the better overall team here, I believe, and especially at this point in the season. Dallas has kind of had a rough start to the season. Not saying that Dallas won't finish strong, but Carolina is the superior team. Carolina's coming off a nice 1-goal victory in overtime at Colorado. Before that, they had a 3-goal loss against a very good Vegas team, a Vegas team that's definitely going to contend for the Cup, and it's not just because I'm a fan. Before that, they beat the Kings 4-3, beat Anaheim 4-1, and beat a bad San Jose team 5-1. Dallas has dropped 4 straight games. Dallas will come to play here tonight because they are hungry, because they have dropped 4 straight games, and that's why they're favored in this game. Still, that doesn't mean that they're going to get it done. They did lose by 4 goals against a mediocre Columbus team. I like the Carolina Hurricanes here. We're going to take the Carolina Hurricanes on the money line. We can get them plus 100 over the Dallas Stars. Now, your final matchup is between the Edmonton Oilers at the Seattle Kraken. Edmonton's fairly heavily favored in this game, minus 175. Rightfully so. They are the superior team. I think this is a tough spot for Seattle, actually. This is their first home game after a long 6-game road trip that ended at Winnipeg. They won that game 3-0 as a big underdog. I think Edmonton goes in there and steamrolls Seattle tonight. We're taking the Edmonton Oilers on the money line. We can get them minus 175 over the Seattle Kraken. Post in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the Croy's Rink Report for Saturday. Definitely appreciate your time as always in winning Vernon Croy.